Hi again, YouTubers. So let's chat self-tanners today. It's that time of year where we're all starting to feel a little pale, want a little bit more color to us, wanting to feel that, you know, summer glow. And I am a big lover of self-tanners, as you guys know over the years. If you watch back to my old videos, I loved them a little bit too much. I was like, I had so much self-tanner on, it looked ridiculous. Like, there was nothing good about that. Now, keep in mind, it was 8 years ago. We all look back and go, okay. But it was pretty funny. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to kind of go through what I typically do. Then I'm going to go through, I was going to go through and clean out my basket of self-tanners. I do this every year anyway, and kind of decide which ones need to be thrown away, which ones I still love, which ones I want to reorder. So I figured I'd kind of do that with you guys. First thing first thing you have to do is exfoliate super well. I use a couple different things for that. It depends on how much self-tanner I have on and what I feel like I need. I tend to always use a Michael Todd Sonic Clear. I do have a Clairsonic. I just prefer the Sonic Clear, and it actually comes with, I don't even know if they still sell this. If they do, I'll link it, but I have no idea. A face and body one. So I tend to twist this off. I put on the body one. I do my face first. Then I put on the body one, and I use that for my neck and my chest and like my shoulders, okay? After I'm done that part, then I do one of two things. I either go through, this thing I got on Amazon, I think it was last year, maybe a year before, by Dermatologist. I got it on Amazon, and it's like a mitt, and you can almost see through it a little bit. But it is awesome. You put it on your hands. It has this, like, it's not super rough, but it's rough enough that it exfoliates your skin super great and fine. Now, that being said, I then also sometimes, that is more my like every other time I use, and then every other one I kind of do this. This is also really good if you have those spots that you really need to get some of that color off, and it is by Dermatologist, and it's KP Duty. It is, what is this called? Let's see here. Dermatologist Formulated Body Scrub with Chemical and Physical Exfoliation. I love this stuff, guys. I love this line. I think it's great. It's all over my pants. But this stuff is so nice. You can tell how much I've used. It's very fine granules. Super fine. It works really nice. It is perfect for smoothing your skin. I use it all winter too, even when I'm not doing self-tanners. Now, when I am using this, I personally use, this is my favorite one, is Dove Deep Moisture Nourishing Body Wash. I've tried a bunch of different ones. I've tried the scented ones. They're not as moisturizing. I've tried the sensitive skin one when I was having some skin issues. It was fine. That one just seems to work the best for me. I use that to shave my legs. I use that to wash my body. I use that to exfoliate with the mitt. I use it for everything. Now, I will say this. Another thing I tend to do with self-tanners is I will shower one night, do everything, shave everything, all of that good fun stuff. I don't self-tan that night. I don't exfoliate, and I don't self-tan that night. I do one night, I shave, and I tend to shower at night. I'm a night, I shower, wash my hair and all that at nighttime. And then the next night is when I will go through and do the exfoliating. And then that night I put the self-tanner on, and then the next morning I rinse off. I will go a little bit more into that and how I kind of upkeep and what I do. Now, as far as my face is totally different than the rest of my body. And I will say, I found this year, it was originally sent to me, but I will buy it 10 times over. I have tried so many different facial self-tanners, and I will tell you, in my bin here, my go-to for the last couple of years, it used to be Bath and Body Works had one called Bliss, like an airbrush one, and I loved that for a lot of years. And then for the last couple of years, I've used this Kardashian Sun-Kissed Instant Sunless Spray, medium to dark. The reason I personally like sun sprays is because I have a few dark spots, and so I would actually put a dot of moisturizer over those sunspots, put eye cream around, and then I would spray my face, and that way it didn't adhere to my sunspots. And that just seemed to work for me. That one is, yeah, that's empty actually. I'm gonna put it over here because it needs to be thrown away. But this year, I have not used that once this year because of this. And it is from Tanceuticals. It is the CC Color and Correct Self Tanning Face Lotion in Dark. This stuff is amazing. It smells very beachy, coconutty, very coconutty suntan lotion-ish. I use this on my face. It does not make the sunspots, freckles, any of that darker, which is a huge thing. If you are like me and you have freckles and sunspots, it's really hard to use self-tanners on your face that work well. I've used all different kinds. I've used ones that like people rave about. Nothing seems to work for me. I definitely can't use like a typical something I would use on my body, on my face. That does not work for me at all. I also have larger pores, and if I use something that has a tint in it, it sinks into those pores and just makes my skin look horrible. This is clear, which is good and bad. But it's a little area, so you just really work it in. So I do that, and then I wash my hands. Same thing, I always exfoliate my face really well before I do that. I do not use my Retin-A on a day that I'm using that. I tend to do one night with my Retin-A and retinols, and then the next night I do this, and then the next night I do just my beauty blender, and then I go back to my Avagi blender. Then I go back to my Avagi blender with the retinol, and then I go to the TanCeuticals, then I go just to the blender. So I do every third night with that. So let me bring up this little bit down here. We're gonna touch base on that, and then I have a couple of things. First thing, most important thing with Sunless Tanner, tanning mitts, okay? Companies send them with stuff. You can get codes for them. My favorite one is probably the one from Loving Tan, which there's a ton of codes out there for it. I think it's Jaclyn Hill and Alexander Garza always have ones. If you can't get a hold of those, Ulta, these ones are decent. These ones don't last as well. I'd use these about twice and then throw them away. But when they're on sale, I pick them up because they're great to just take when I'm traveling and stuff like that. Look, I always have them. So this is what that looks like too. See how that like really stains on there? But this kind of bleeds through a little bit onto your hands a little bit as well. This is an old one that I used to use for my face from, I think it was Vita Liberta, with a sample set. But I do use this every once in a while if I do my face and I don't want, this needs to hit the trash. This one already has a hole in it. I don't even know why I kept that. This one is from Josie Maran. This one, who was pink? I don't remember who this one was from. Loving Tan one, and then I have one from the Sun company, like the actual, I think it's called Sun. I'm sure there's one in here. I apparently have some SPFs in here. I need to pull those out. This is a hodgepodge of different stuff, so I'm going to kind of grab in and tell you. First thing, the one that I have on today, and I am loving, is TanCeuticals CC Color and Correct Self-Tanning Body Mousse in Dark. I have used this so many times that I'm not even halfway through. This year, this one is by far my favorite. It is really, really great. And I've bought a couple this year already and tried them. It's really great. It's got a nice, if you have a reddish undertone to your skin, which I definitely do, this one works amazing, amazing, amazing for that. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to set this stuff because I don't want to lay them down like on my thing back here on my ottoman. So next one that I've already bought this year and used was the Vita Liberta 2 to 3 week tan mousse in, I think it was like the medium, oh yeah, medium one. It's the Phenomenal one. I'm almost done with this. I used this before I went away to Miami. It is very nice. It is very good. It is ridiculously expensive. I think this was like $53, and it is way, way, way smaller. Same size this way, but it is way smaller, and it's really, really good. It did well for what I needed it for, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, a new one of these. Yeah. The only thing I use that on is my face, and I don't think I'll be using that this year, but we'll see. I will hope something is wet in here. I have some, there's what, oh, I had this in here, and it's wet because I used it today. So there's water on that glove. I used to use gloves. I don't use gloves anymore. I have a brush in here. I'll explain this later. I'm going to push that back in. Okay, Loving Tan Deluxe Bronzing Mousse, Ultra Dark. I really, really, really like this. I would say this is my second choice of the ones in here. Really great color. They do have an Ultra Express 2-hour, which is what I would go to next time if I bought this. Very nice color. This one has more of an olive undertone than a red undertone, but it also has red base in it as well. So that's really nice. This one is pretty much empty. I need to do a test spot on this one though, like somewhere that the sun doesn't shine, so to speak. That sounded horrible. Basically just somewhere like on my leg or something, just because this time of year I'm still wearing shorts and you know I'm not wearing bathing suits yet. But this one's from last year, and I need to make sure it doesn't, some self-tanners, if you let them sit for too long, get a green undertone to them. Sun Self-Tanning Ultra Dark Instant Tint. This is a lotion. I bought this one. Someone was talking about this one recently and said they really loved it. I do like it, but the TanCeuticals blows this out of the water. But this one's very easy to get a hold of on Amazon. Oh, Sun Goddess. That's who my other mitt is from that I really like, and that one's in the wash right now. And the reason I love this style of mitt, I throw it in the laundry after I'm done, and it's perfect. This one is really nice. This is the Sunless Tanning Lotion in dark. Very similar to this one. This one has a little bit better, like, reddish undertone for me. None of the ones I'm talking about, by the way, have a orange undertone at all. If they do, I will tell you. Speaking of that, this is kind of funny. This doesn't have an orange undertone, but Rodenfield's Essentials Foaming Sunless Tan. Bought this. This is pretty much full. I just bought it this year. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. There is no tint to it. It is clear. It has a horrible scent, and it got very streaky because I couldn't see where I was putting it. This one is just, I will see if anybody I know wants to try that, because that one, I hate it. Let's see here. Josie Maran Argan Liquid Gold Self Tanning Oil. Hydrating Natural Glow. I tried this last year. I will test the color out on this. It was fine. It wasn't anything I would repurchase though. It was just fine. It was what it was. Let's take a look here. Okay, so St. Tropez. I loved this one for a long while. What is this one called? Self Tan Luxe Dry Oil. This one has a serious shimmer to it. This one has much more of a orangey reddish undertone. It smells great at first, very lemony. Oh gosh. And then it gets that bad self-tanner smell. This one might have gone bad, and this lid won't even close. So I really hope I didn't shake that anywhere. I did not. So that one's probably hitting the trash, let's be honest here. Vita Libert Self-Tanning Dry Oil, Gradual Buildable Tan, Instant Bronze Color, Broad Spectrum SPF 50. This one is really, really great. I used this one a lot last year on my chest because I didn't want to get sun on my chest and get more sunspots, but I wanted it to kind of blend in with everything else. Really liked this one, and you don't need much of that one. Versa Spa Luminous Legs. What is this called? Shimmering Oil. Marine algae infused rejuvenating skin, beautiful tan. This one, I believe, if I remember correctly, I didn't grab for it that often. This one was actually one that was just good if you were getting ready to go somewhere like a wedding or shorts, and you were going out and you needed a little bit extra color on your legs, because you know when we shave our legs we lose more color quicker. You needed that little extra boost of color, but it had a shimmer to it, and it was an oil, and it sunk in really fast. It was nice. I grabbed for it more at the beginning of the season than the end of the season. Oh, a tiny little Vita Liberta one from last year. That's good for traveling though. I will clean that out. Okay, St. Tropez. What is this called? Self-Tanning Facial Oil. Okay, I tried this thinking, oh, perfect, a face oil. I loved face oils. It's turned much more orange than it was. It is so orange on my skin. It's horrible. It smelled bad. It is hitting the trash. Horrible. Vita Liberta Self-Tanning Anti-Aging Serum Self-Tanner for the face. Brianna Stanko had said she loved this last year. I feel like, yeah, this one's like, you untwist it and it's like a dropper. If you can see that. It's kind of like an oil, kind of like a serum. It's a little bit of both. I thought I was going to love this, and it didn't give me much color at all, and I'd have to do it like a bunch of nights in a row. I want one I can do one night and then can go back to my regular skincare. And this one I just didn't love the color, so that one needs to hit the trash. Let's see here. I think that is all of my self-tanners. Like, why did I keep this? I am going to go on to a couple other things that are in this package, in this little basket. This is where I keep my self-tanner stuff real fast, and then I'm going to tell you how I upkeep my self-tanner. Actually, let's talk about how I upkeep my self-tanner. Let's go to that. All right, so last night, as an example, 2 nights ago, got in the shower, shaved everything, did all of that. Last night, got in the shower, exfoliated everything. Last night, I exfoliated with the Clairsonic, like Michael Todd thing, and I used the KP Duty last night. Just what I chose to do. Then last night when I got out of the shower, I put on the TanCeuticals CC Color and Correct Self-Tanning Body Mousse in dark. Yeah, just dark. And I used a mitt. And I always go through before I start and put a lotion. Any body lotion. I just grab whichever one I'm using at the time. I put it on my knees, on the back of my knees, from my ankles down. I put it on my elbows. I put it all over my hands, like all over my hands, all the way down to like here. I don't wear my watch and my bracelets and stuff, but take my rings and bracelets, all my jewelry off, down to like here with the lotion. I also go under my arms because I feel like if you don't go under your arms, you get a very orange, like it sticks there more. I go under my boobs. Sounds silly, but because it just like, it just gets weird to me if there's a line there. I don't know why. So I do that. That's where I go. Then I go through with the mitt and I do 2 pumps and I start at my legs. I do my calves, my lower leg first, work my way up, whatever's left on it. I go around my knee and behind my knee, 2 pumps, same thing on my top leg. Go to the next leg, do the same thing. I'm not touching my feet yet. Keep that in mind. Then work my way up. Then I go and do my back, okay? Now everybody asks about your back. I don't use one of those funny little things. I literally just kind of hold my arm and I stretch it out and I go this way and I go this way. Sometimes I turn the mitt around so the color is on this side and that way I'm reaching up like this. I just make sure I have a mirror. I'm usually in the bathroom and I just kind of check to make sure everything is blended back there. Then I work my way up the back of my neck. Then I go here and I only go up to my jawline. I do not go onto my face. So I take it and kind of go along my jawline. Then I go down and then I start on my chest, into my stomach. And then I go back and do my arms and go all the way down to right here. Again, I let it sit for a minute or 2 until I don't feel tacky. I take that same mitt and I do my hands first. And all I do, I put my hands very, very, very close together and I go over them. Okay, like 3 times. Don't add anything to the mitt, just what's there. Then I close them and go like that once. Switch hands, do the same thing, hold it like that and just go about 3 times, very closely over it, close it once, go like this. Then still whatever is on the mitt. I go down and I go straight, okay, if this is my foot, I go straight across the top of my foot and then I just go on the sides once, twice, and then I go to the other foot, go like this over the front once, twice. Because I used to like put a ton of self-tanner on my feet, or I put a pump on it and I put it down on my feet, blend it through my ankles, and like I'd always end up with a spot like right at the top of my foot and down around my ankles, and it always looked horrible. If you think about it, it hit me last year. If you think about it, when you go to the beach, when you go out and you get sun, even when you get sun on your feet, you're not getting sun all the way down around your ankles and all that. Like you're just getting it on the top of your feet and much lighter on the top of your feet than anywhere else because you're in the sand, you're walking around. It just is never as dark as the rest of your body, if that makes sense. Same thing with your hands. So, I mean, you can see, I did this last night. It is definitely darker through here and then fades down up. It looks so much nicer. I used to sit there and like get into all of them and go in between my fingers and all this. That looks fake. You don't go out in the sun and get sun in between your fingers, do you? So I stopped doing that and I've been loving that. Go to bed. I put on comfy clothes, really, really loose comfy clothes. Black, usually t-shirt and black pants. I go to bed, I sleep on it, I get up the next morning, I get in the shower, and I use just one of these, and this is why it's wet, because I used it this morning, one of these, doesn't matter what kind, what type, this was a Soap and Glory one, and that same Deep Moisture body wash. I put it on here, and I just lightly go over, and I start on my arms and just wash my whole body off, and let any extra color go off. It is perfect. Now, like perfect for me, I should say. Now, I will mention, if I have an event coming up, if I have something that I'm going to be wearing skirts, dresses, shorts, anything like that. So what I do, if I have something that I'm going to be wearing shorts, a skirt, a dress, anything that my legs are going to be showing in, I guess is the easiest way to say it. Those times for me, my legs hold the color the worst of all of them. Like, you know, we shave our legs, we're rougher on our legs. I just feel like the color does not stay on my legs as well. I don't know if that's just me, but it is. So what I'll do in situations like that, like if I had something this weekend coming up and I thought I needed a little bit more color on my legs, what I would typically do is then tonight I would get in the shower again like I normally do. I would not do any exfoliating, anything crazy, just do my normal body wash. And then I would go through, after I get out, I would put some lotion on my knees, the back of my knees and my ankles, and I would just do my legs again. Just my legs again. That's it. Not the whole body, not everything like that. No, it's not going to look darker there, lighter here, anything like that. Just do my legs. Then I would go through the next morning, wash it off, rinse it off, and then that night I would then shave my legs, if that all makes sense, because it'll then take off a little bit of the color, but it still gives you that extra boost of color on your legs versus the rest of your body. So those are the first couple things. The next part, and I'm going to bring this over here and show you. Let's talk about daily upkeep. Oh, so this morning, as an example, get out of the shower, and what I tend to do, you can use any type of moisturizer you want. The day that I get out of the shower, I use a body oil. There are tons of different types of body oils. You can buy them at CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Target, anything. Neutrogena has had one for years that's like a sesame oil. I just like really nice scented oils. This brand is by far my favorite. This is all I use. It's by Clean Spa, and it's the essential treatment oil. This one is ginger tea, and I bought it in the big Mama Jamma with a pump, and you can tell how much I love it. It smells so good. I love Beach House. I love creamy coconut. I love the lemon one, but this one is by far my favorite one. I need to order another one before summertime. I live by body oils in the summertime, but after you've done a self tanner, the first morning, put on a good body oil, any type you want, and that will help your skin get moisturized and feel really good and soft, and it really helps the color stay. Then what I do, and I do every other day with something like this. The one I've been using the most recently for the last year is the Kardashian Gradual Sunless Lotion, and it says light glow to dark, and I use this every other day. I find that if you use a daily gradual self tanner every day, it builds up and it gets like just weird. It gets darker in some spots than others. I can't use these every single day. So I use this like every other day to every third day, depending on what I feel like and what else is going on and how much color I still have. Some other ones that I have used, I used to use the one by Novell, and it is the Moist Hemp Bronzing Moisturizer. This one you can get at Sally Beauty Supply. It smells really good. I can't remember what the scent is though. Hold on. It's just like beachy. I don't even know. That one smells really good. This one actually smells really nice. What is it? This one smells like kind of sweet. It's hard to explain. That one smells really good. Another thing I just thought of with the Norvell, it's funny, I went into the girl that did my microblading. She also does spray tans, and she does like lash extensions, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, that being said, I had used this a couple weeks ago before I went in to see her, and she's like, have you been out in the sun? And I was like, nope. And she was like, where did you go for your spray tan? You didn't come to me. And I was like, nope. And I told her this is what I use. That's how good the color is that even she thought. Okay, couple other things. First of all, this sometimes comes with some brands. What brand was it that this used to come with? I don't remember. It was a spray one. These are horrible. Do not use these. You think you're painting it on. It's a mess. I don't know why I'm keeping it. I need to throw it away. I'll let MJ play with it. It's horrible. Okay, so now I have a couple brushes in here, okay? This one is an Old Bare Minerals one, a flat top one. This one, I think was a Coastal Scents one, and then this one is a big old Sigma one. These I used to use to do my hands. I don't do that anymore, and I could probably take them out and I'll figure out something else I can use them for. This one, what I tend to use this one for. Now, I've used a lot of different types of things. The one that I used to grab for the most was the Sally Hansen Airbrush Legs Light Leg Makeup. Now, they have one in a spray can that's been around forever, and that was the first one I used years ago, but this one is way better. The one in the can has a shimmer to it, and it looks like pantyhose. It looks kind of cheesy. This does not. This one is way better. What I do with this, if I have a night that I just need something, I use a big fluffy brush, and I use this on my legs. Sometimes I can use it on my chest and just kind of go all around and get me that little bit of extra color. This is very nice. These colors though, be very, very, very careful. Some of them, like the darker ones, have a very orange undertone. It's very strange. The light one, even though I'm not super light, is the only one that seems to work for me. For quite some time, I have used the Saint Tropez Instant Glow Body Lotion one night only. This is what it looks like. This one is a little bit scary looking. It's kind of like dark brown, almost blackish looking. Still smells good, but I can't put my finger on it. This one is very good, but this one, if you have sunspots on your legs or freckles, it kind of adheres to them. So FYI on that, don't go with that if you're somebody that has that. The one that I recently, last year, found out about was the Vita Libert Body Blur Instant HD Skin Finish 24-hour wear. This one is very nice. It is for all skin types. It is gorgeous. It just applies nicely. It's creamy, but it stays really well. It has a slight, this smells like sun lotion, like suntan lotion, like banana boat or like copper tone. It has a very slight sheen to it, not a glitter, not a shimmer, just a slight sheen to it. But of all of them, this is by far my favorite. And again, I put a dot of it either on like a coaster thing or I put a dot on here, and I use it anywhere I feel like needs to be touched up. And that one is really great. I do have a sample of this one. I haven't tried it yet, from Hoola, and it's called Zero Tan Lines. They came out with this last year, but I recently got a sample of this, so I will try it this year and tell you guys. And then I forgot about this. There's a Saint Tropez Gradual Tan Everyday Body Moisturizer in medium dark. I used to use this one every once in a while. I think it came in a set. It's fine, but for the price, this thing blows it out of the water. That one is way better. So that is everything in here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Let's Talk Self Tanners update, or what I've been using this year. Let's see here what else I am wearing. On my face, I have been living in CC creams. IT Cosmetics CC cream, CC self tan, or no, CC bronzer, not self tanner, bronzer. On my, okay, so I have some new things. I had to bring them in here to remember. Got them with this friends and family sale. You'll see them in the haul. The Tom Ford cream and powder eye color in golden peach on my eyes with a little bit of Lancome Grandiose Chanel mascara base with Chanel Le Volume de Chanel. On my cheeks is the Tom Ford, what is this called? Sheer Highlighting Duo in Reflects Gilt. This thing's kind of hard to open. It's the only thing that's kind of weird. This is gorgeous, guys. I blended them together, and that's what I have on my cheeks, and it's just so pretty. On my lips, I have Estee Lauder Nude Lip Liner and Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess No. 1 lipstick. I had to bring these in because I did not remember any of these. And a little bit of Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder. I have on a bralette that was from Apricot Lane and a distressed white t-shirt, just some shorts and a pair of flip-flops, and that's about it. My David Yurman bracelet I've gone back to wearing since I put on my bigger watch. My nails are just white, my rings, my earrings, my necklace, all of that is the same. I just decided, my hair is braided back and then up in a ponytail. That is my typical go-to casual. I'm going to be going to the pool today to hang out because it is actually a gorgeous day here today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know if you have any other questions. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.